Hello, YouTube fans. This is TheSkullKlown for a minute. I just ate some chips and stuff like that, so if you see me cleaning myself and all that, that's why. But I want to talk about something, my people. I'm not gonna, obviously, this is not an enlightenment video, but I just want to tell my subscribers this, man. You guys have heard about me talk about this stuff, but I never made a huge video about it. It's funny that I'm not going to talk about this my enlightenment channel, because I think this video will be perfect in my enlightenment channel, but I think it's just more of a better if regular people see it. Hey, if they don't, they don't. If they don't, look, you don't even have to listen to me. The fact that you clicked on this video just to listen shows me that you actually care, and shows me that, hey, you actually want to learn, or you just like my videos. So you can tell from the title. Do you guys watch movies for entertainment? Do you watch movies for entertainment? Now, I'll say this. If you don't have the knowledge that these movies are telling you the truth in your video games and comic books, if you don't have that knowledge, then you looking at this video, hearing what I said, would be like, this motherfucker's crazy. This motherfucker's outright insane. But yeah, they will make movies about World War I and World War II, but you will believe that shit, right? Exactly how it happened. Exactly how it happened. Exactly how it happened. But then you see the opening to Lovecraft Country and you'd be like, that's fake. This is what's the problem I have with some people. Not all people. Some people. The reason I mention that is because some people just look at it and are like, because they just want to be entertained. And that's why I have a problem with people. You have tons of movies, especially other movies like They Live, for example. Do you watch the movie They Live as entertainment? You shouldn't, to be quite honest. Even Roddy Piper himself told you They Live is a documentary. He said that before he died. Okay? And if you're a wrestling fan, you know. If you're not a wrestling fan, you just still think it's bullshit and think it's a lie. And it's still going to be like, oh, where's the proof? And then if I told you to research on Google to look for it, because most likely the tweet is there, you're going to be like, oh, that's a screenshot of it. It's most likely fake. You see how it is? You see how people are? You will give people knowledge, but yet people will question it instead of getting it. There's a thing, look, there's a thing about questioning everything, yes, but there's also questioning of something that's literally true, and then you're questioning it just because you don't want to learn. That's a huge fucking difference. Now, you can ask questions, that's fine, and people will give you the answer, or maybe they would just tell you, hey, man, eventually probably will come. Because, look, there's always a lot of people out here that be like, oh, I want to know everything, all the answers. Do you know all the answers? Then no. Then why do you expect a monk or a person that is in tune with nature to know everything? Just because they're in tune with nature doesn't mean they have nature's brain. You know? Mother planet's brain, basically. Right? Because if you watch the movie, also, the Avatar movie with the blue people hate that. Some people hate that movie. But if you watch that movie in a higher knowledge, if you look at that movie without entertainment, you look at that movie and they're like, they're literally telling you that our planet is literally a network grid that we can plant our feet in and get connected to her. But no one doesn't want to think about that. No one doesn't want to think. No one doesn't want to look at these movies and be like, oh, forget it. And if they listen to me, they still going to think I'm fucking goddamn crazy. Then prove me wrong. If you still think that I'm crazy, prove me wrong. Go outside and meditate. But if you don't want to do it, that tells me that you don't want to learn or don't want to push yourself to become a better person. It doesn't matter if you're white or black or Hispanic or, again, it doesn't matter if you're an orc, an Anunnaki, brother or sister. And it doesn't matter if you're an orc that's a male or female. You're still getting grounded. Be connected to nature. Carbon people, like me, would be more connected to nature than just regular white folks. And that's fine. But people are going to get offended about that just because, oh, what makes you so different from others? The government knows them. The government knows themselves that we are different from you. That's why they make this whole Black Lives Matter bullshit. But again, going back, I'm not gonna. It's not an enlightenment video. This is all about these movies. But if I point that out, that would probably get your guild going, or you probably just shut off the video and leave just because you still think that I'm crazy. So okay then. So all those stories that your grandmother told you about when she was a girl and growing up, that's crazy too. All that story that your mom said to you when she was growing up, that's crazy too. You didn't see it. You didn't live through it. So how would you know? Your mother or father could be fucking lying to you right off the bat. But you want to believe them. But yeah, when someone has freaking higher knowledge from previous lives or from getting something from the Egyptians or something like that, for example, if that person doesn't have a suit and tie or a fucking paper that says, oh, they are good, a piece of paper, guys, look, a piece of paper, they had to go to nature herself, cut a fucking tree down and fucking make it. And you tell me you're civilized? And you're gonna tell me that I'm not and I'm crazy? But yeah, you're going to go around, go to nature, and literally chop off the tree. And I'm the one that's crazy? And I'm the one that's... And you're the one that's telling me that I'm crazy for looking at all these movies and they're telling me that... And I'm telling you it's not for entertainment. Look at the movie Ready Player One. That movie's especially not for entertainment. For crying out loud, I'm playing all these video games, like Shin Megami Tensei 5, Persona 5, and I'm not playing them as entertainment. That's like secondary. The first dairy is me looking at it as an entertainment view. And I'm actually happy that I got it. I mean, in enlightenment view. Not entertainment view. In a not knowledge view. In a higher realms view. Because if you look at Shin Megami Tensei 5, and you see the scene, it's in my enlightenment channel. I don't have to point that out. But it's in my orc channel. But there's Lucifer literally coming down from the ground, and you see literally angels and all that, and literally Lucifer himself saying that, how dare you act like this, my fellow brethren, basically. You know? There's a lot of people out here that are really hardcore religious that would never admit that Lucifer is basically the angels' family members. And so is the angels. They would never admit that. They would just say that, oh, he just... Even though they will agree that he used to be an angel. You see, shit like that. Hypocrites like that is where I draw the line with people. And sometimes it makes me want to fight them. I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to lie to you. Look, I'm an honest person. I'll be honest with you. If there's a type of person that is going to push my buttons, I will want to fight them. That's the thing. That's how I am. And if they still think it's funny for pushing my buttons, it won't be funny when they fucking dead on the floor bleeding. That's the type of person I am. Hey, if someone stops me, there'd be a bloody mess. But I'm that type of person that doesn't stop fighting. I never stop. Okay? People always... Hey, some people out here would be like, why you like that? Well, shit that happened to you back when you were growing up, man. Sometimes you need to get thicker skin and making sure that no one doesn't fuck you over no matter what, man. Seriously. You don't know how I grew up. Seriously, you don't know. For crying out loud, I could tell you all these movies and video games are true. But you still think that I'll be crazy, right? George Lucas, there's an old interview of George Lucas literally telling the viewer that, hey, this is all Atlantean technology. Your Star Wars movies are literally telling you what type of technology black people used to have. So-called black people. Okay? And then you're always going to get the excuse of people saying that, well, if you were so high with technology, who put you down? And then I'm going to point at you as the white person, and then you're going to say it's racist. But yeah, you don't want to learn from your history, from your ancestors that literally killed colored people just to live on a land that they don't belong. It's mathematical science fact, people. I'm sorry. You can't be pissed off and be like, oh, fuck you, when you look at a history and you know that history's bad, but yet when people point out about that history, you'd be like, oh, get with the times, that shit's over. No, it's not. If it wasn't over, there won't be Black Lives Matter again. You know? So going back with these movies again, the Transformers movies. People hate these movies. Hate the Transformers movies. Look at it again in a knowledge way. They're literally telling you of the story of Enki and Enlil. Who are those people? Those are Sumerian gods. This is what happens when you do research and you know that story, and then you look at this movie and you'll be like, they're telling you this story. It's almost like looking at Lion King. You look at Lion King and they're telling you a story from a guy that made a story. You guys know what the story is. The guy that made Romeo and Juliet. I forgot his name, but Shakespeare, right? So when people look at that of Lion King, they'll be like, oh, that's an interpretation of Shakespeare, basically, you know? So when it's stuff like that, people are okay with. But when they do it with the Transformers, people want to scream, people want to fight, people want to complain. It's almost, look, what these directors and Hollywood actors and Hollywood directors do with these movies, like, for example, Transformers, they grab it, they be like, this is my toys. Like, say, look at it as you as a little kid. You grabbing your toys and you having them with adventures, and it's just whatever adventures you want. Say if you had toys, right, and you saw something on the History Channel about World War II, right? You will reenact that without maybe you not knowing if you're a kid, but if you're a little older, you might do it. It depends what kind of kid you are, obviously. But you might reenact that shit. Alright, same thing with if you watch a Superman show and you have a Superman toy, you're going to reenact it. Especially if you're a kid. You know, and these directors too, they reenact it too, and they reenact it when they read old tablets that you and I cannot read. I mean, we can read it, but we can't access it. Why we can't access it? Because if we access it, we will know who the fuck we are and who the fuck you are. But that's the thing. Some of these movies already tell you who you are. And some of you guys would never fucking want to admit it or even want to embrace it. Because you guys want to think that everyone's equal around here. That's a lie. I'm sorry. That's a lie. I even told my fucking teacher that we're not equal. We're not fucking equal. I had a total Asian teacher that we're not equal. I'm sorry, we're not equal. And she kind of got offended about it. So I'm saying, what do you mean we're not equal? I'm like, we're not equal. We never have and we never will be. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. And if we were equal, going back to what I said, they won't have Black Lives Matter. Right? If we were so equal, why we have that? Thank you. So don't come with me that we all equal. No, we're not. We're not. We're not. We're not. And we never will be. We never will be. This land, once these Caucasian people came to this land, anybody else that's like me, fuck them. Fuck them. And some of our brothers and sisters that look like me will go with the white person and say, yeah, fuck those people too. Just because they have either power, money, or fame. Okay? You see it in Hollywood. That's why I mentioned it here. Because you see it in Hollywood. Or like the whole Will Smith stuff. And it's like, look, I didn't want to talk about that, but that's a good example right there. That's just an example. I'm not getting deep into it because I just don't give a fuck. That's why. But I'm just using an example. There you go. So, don't look at movies or video games for entertainment. Look at it as like, this shit, it's like a book, basically. not really, I don't want to say that. Say that it's a giant text that's telling you what happened during a certain time in history that they never gonna tell you. Alright? They would never tell you in school. Why would they tell you in school? Why would they tell... Go back. Have you ever heard of the guy named, what's his name? Fuck. Nat Turner. Have you ever heard of the guy Nat Turner? If you have, then cool. Alright. But if you haven't, that's how you know they didn't teach you Nat Turner in school. Okay? Why they didn't teach you Nat Turner in school? Because if they taught you what Nat Turner was in school, you would finally know, oh, I'm supposed to fight these motherfuckers. They're not supposed to be here. That's what happens when you research your history. But people are going to look back at that history and be like, oh, that's just a black slave man that just wants to rebel on his slave masters. But it wasn't just one. It was tons of them. But yet they don't want to tell you that. Why they don't want to tell you that the slave master went to war with his slaves and he lost? Why they don't want to tell you that history? Why they don't want to tell you that? This is the stuff you need to know. I don't care if you're Caucasian or not. You need to know this shit. Okay? And again, it's all in your movies and video games, man. Dragon Quest V was literally was talking about sex trafficking. When you're a kid in Dragon Quest V, you're a kid and you get kidnapped by the villain. And they put you into a slavery. Yeah, so that's sex trafficking. Obviously they didn't put the sexual part in the game because it's rated T for teen. But they blurred the lines, but you could put it together because when you see it in the game, you'd be like, oh my God, he got kidnapped. Like, he literally got sex trafficking, children trafficking. Because they mentioned it in that game, children trafficking. And I'm like, oh shit. These companies know, and they expose it in these games and movies. But yet, all of you guys want to be entertained with you guys want to be entertained of a man raping a little girl. While you're watching the movie. Most people are like, yo, isn't that kind of fucked up what you just said? Look, I'm not saying entertain. I'm saying that you're looking at it and you're not literally thinking of like, oh shit, they're telling you what they did or what they're doing to these people. Or into these kids. But no one doesn't want to mention that because they don't want to hurt. People don't want to get hurt. People don't want to know the truth. People don't want to know that these movies are actually exposing what's happening on this planet in different realities, but they don't want to tell you that shit. They don't want to tell you that they don't want to admit that the movie Stargate is real. It's funny, because if I say it, you think I'm crazy. But if a guy from the Discovery Channel, a guy from the fucking Ancient Aliens shit tells you it, you'd be like, he's like, and you expect me to respect you? You expect me to shake your hand? Have a cup of coffee with you? You expect me to do that? You expect me to respect you? No. Everyone has an individual point of view. I get it. But when the truth is in front of your face and you're laughing at it, or you're just being like, oh, forget you, there's a problem. There's a problem. It's called, you gaslighting yourself. You know? You're gaslighting yourself from the truth, and you're gaslighting from people that literally actually died from putting this information out. And for me making this video, I'm risking my own fucking life for making this video. I hope you guys know that. But, you know, some idiot around there would say that you're crazy. But you don't, Just because you think I'm crazy, that tells me everything about you. That tells me everything about you. That you're not connected to the planet herself. You're not. And you don't care to. You just want to get paid, go to a job, fuck, and die. And nothing else. But you're scared to die too. So what do you want? What do you want? Do you want to be in your... For crying out loud, there's a teacher in the fucking 60s or 70s that literally saying that, I still want to know, how life is and shit like that. Because her husband died and shit like that, and, that happens, and she just wants to know, what's the meaning of life and shit like that. And I'm just over here like, I could tell her, but why should I? Because at the same time, I'm not supposed to tell people. They're supposed to find out themselves. I could say it, but again, going back, it's like what I said earlier. People just think that you're crazy. I know there'll be a day when I take all those people that think that I'm crazy and just... the thing is, when that time comes, I won't look like this. I won't look like this. I'll be a plasma person, a plasma being, walking around, fighting wicked ones that literally are not supposed to be in this planet. Right? That's why they made these Superman movies. That's why they made Batman. That's why they made Spider-Man. That's why they made the multiverse movies. Alright? You guys need to pay attention to what they're pumping out here as movies. Once they started doing the multiverse stuff, I was like, they're telling you. They're telling you what's happening to our planet right now. Most people are like, what do you mean what's happening to our planet right now? The multiverse type of shit. When things are coming from different types of dimensions to this planet. Yes. It's been happening since 2019. Okay? Seriously. Just because there's certain groups of people in this planet that are rich are now going to be dropped down a peg and literally not being charged never again. That's what's happening. Okay? And look at the horror movie too of Jason Voorhees. If you know about Jason, you know that if you research your stuff about Halloween, also not the Halloween movie, but the holiday itself, the Day of the Dead itself, you would know that at the end of November, at the beginning of November, in the end of October, it's called a Jason. And it's for a reason. That right there is where the lines have thinned enough for the physical and the spirit world to still connect. That's the last day. Those are the two last days. And you have enough time to do what, say your goodbyes to your dead relatives and shit like that. Or anything that, I don't know, most likely dead relatives and shit like that, So you're not going to probably, I don't know, maybe say Cthulhu or some shit, I don't know. So, I don't know how your Halloween will be, but hey, if it does, just remember that those are your ancestors, if you're Calvin. That's the thing. There's a lot of things in this planet that really don't like people that are not Calvin, basically. And if I say that, look, the reason I say that is because there's people that subscribe to me that are not Calvin. So I'm going to tell you guys that, because they're all beings around here that will look at you and be like, oh, you're dead. And I'm like, over here like, because you're not supposed to be here. Is it my fault for me saying it? I'm just, oh, so you're going to hit, okay, so Jesus told people of how to heal and everything like that, then they crucified him. Because people, if they, guarantee you, if Jesus came now and there was no such thing that, religion and all that shit, and he speak the way he speak, I guarantee you all these social media people would talk shit about him, woke culture would talk shit about him, and literally talk so much shit about him, they would literally probably hang him in a fucking goddamn noose. Or, how about this? He would just leave. And then all of you guys would be like, why you left? Because all of you guys are stupid. I will leave too. All you guys just care about misery and torture and fighting with each other. And laughing at each other if you're speaking the truth. I don't want to be surrounded by people like that. I don't. I don't want to be surrounded. I don't even want to go to Facebook every time I see fucking, shit like that. And then it's like, ha ha, hi he. I'm like, what are you laughing at? You're just laughing at certain shit that you don't understand because you're weak-minded. And that's not a bad thing. It's just that you don't know. You haven't done your research. And if I was really extremely pissed off at these type of people, I would literally scream on top of my lungs. I don't care. It's like 11 o'clock, almost 12 o'clock at night. I don't care. I would have screamed my lungs out because that's how much you people actually enrage me. Yeah. But some idiot is going to be like, oh, good. Don't say that. Because you won't say good when I'm in front of your face beating the living crap out of you. You won't say that. So stop acting that way. You idiot. Seriously. How did your parents raise you? Did you kiss your mama with that language? Do you kiss your mama with that attitude? I hope not. I hope you don't. Right? Because I'm so-called Hispanic. And if we did that, guess what happens? We get beaten with a belt or a curtain or a fucking shoe. Right? That's how hardcore Hispanics are. And that's why some white people can't take some Hispanic shit. Because they be like, oh, that's abusive and all that shit. No, motherfucker, I'm teaching you a lesson because you don't listen. Oh, you're so violent. No, you're not. You're not my. This is not to my subscribers. It's just to the trolls, to the haters. If you guys just want to laugh and make fun of all the shit that I pointed out, then you don't deserve the air I breathe. You don't. You don't deserve the time or the effort. If you comment saying a ha ha he he, I'm just going to block you and mute you. There's no plain effort for me to even give you my fucking goddamn space. Why should I even entertain your ass? You're a child. You're just a child that's seeking for literally attention. Because that's all you want. Your parents didn't pay attention to you. And your girlfriend or boyfriend didn't pay attention to you. So you want someone else to pay attention to you. Because you see something that's on the internet and you're like, oh, this person's speaking all this facts. Better go online and tell him that he's shit. Better tell him that he's stupid or crazy. Or, oh, I feel sorry if you have kids. You actually, to be honest, you should feel sorry if I have kids. Because my kids will be smarter than your kids. Because my kids will be actually connected to nature while your kids is still eating fucking goddamn McDonald's and still playing fucking video games and they don't know what the video game is actually telling them. Because I'm going to raise my kids right. I don't know about you, but I'm going to raise my kids right. Alright? Seriously. And if you're one of those people that say, don't tell me how to raise my kids, then you shouldn't tell people that, oh, I'm afraid of you to have kids. You shouldn't tell people that. You shouldn't. Because that's karma for you. I hope you know that. And if you're planning to have a child and you say that too, guess what? You have no child. That's karma. You guys don't understand what karma does. You guys don't understand and understand. You guys don't understand and you guys don't understand and overstand the cosmic karma. There's cosmic karma. And it's real. And it's very angry and pissed off. Okay? I'm not playing with you. Karma, the galactic karma is real, and she will literally kill you. Okay? You see all these celebrities dying and shit like that. Then all of a sudden they get exposed of what they used to do, like Betty White. When she died, all that stuff that what she was doing, that corrupt shit, that got exposed. I already know that she's wicked and shit like that, but all of that shit got exposed after she died. And I'm just like, and all you people want to be like, oh, I miss her. You miss her. You don't even know her. You just saw some old bitch on the fucking screen. Oh, it's the same thing with you. I just saw a young person on the screen. But you're going to take a celebrity's note more seriously than a person that's on YouTube, which YouTube is made for people like you and me. They're not made for celebrities. But why? I made a video a long time ago about that too. I was saying that YouTube is never for celebrities. But ever since YouTube got big and YouTube became better than Hollywood and people started doing good shit, because there was a time that no one didn't care about movies and stuff. And yes, people still played games and still talked about movies, but there was a time that no one just didn't care. And then Hollywood started noticing that, and they were like, how could we bring ourselves into this shit? And then eventually they did. And then the whole Google shit happened. Come on, man. You're really gonna be naive to all of that fact? You're not gonna pay attention to none of that fact? What were you doing? Were we sucking your thumb and having one up your ass? Like, I don't comprehend the mindset of some people here. Because some people don't have minds. They don't have souls. They don't have minds. And that's how I know you're a robot. You're a mindless robot that literally just looks at this movies and you just want to be entertained. Right? Look, some of these movies, I will point this out too. Some of these movies, they do things just to be entertaining. And that's fine. That is fine. I'm just telling you guys just to take the knowledge that they telling you in the movies, in games, in books, comic books, it doesn't matter, just books in general. Right? For crying out loud, the War of the Worlds, I have that book, I haven't read it though, but the War of the Worlds book, like, the guy, for crying out loud, like, don't you even know that the government themselves literally made an announcement on the radio talking about UFOs, and it was literally the greeting of War of the Worlds, and people started freaking out. Some people were getting ready for the alien invasion. Other people were killing themselves. Other people were panicking, locking their doors and shit like that. Why do you think the government did that? That's actually a true thing. That's actually a fact, right? But obviously, you're going to hear other people that are not going to tell you the truth. They're just going to tell you that, oh, yeah, they did that, but it was a false alarm. It wasn't real UFOs and shit like that. What really happened is that they told you that on the radio so they can see how people's reactions were if they were ready to see other extraterrestrial life or other life from other planets. But you guys can't take it. You guys can't take you guys can't take a giant from another planet to come here. You guys can't take that. You guys can't fucking take another galactic person that doesn't look like you and me coming down here. You guys can't take that. You look at it and you want to go to war automatically. Because that's how you are. And that's how you were when you first came to this planet, you Caucasians. All your ancestors, not you, but all your ancestors just wanted to kill and fight and rape. That's all they wanted to do. That's all they cared about. Because they saw this planet and they just wanted to harmonize with it. Well, not harmonize. They just want to be a part of it. Even though they're not a part of it. Because they're not made from it. We are made from this planet. That's why they can't stay here. Okay? But yet, they're putting all these movies and video games out because they know about us. They know about literally. They know about the Hispanics and the black people. They know about them. They know who they are. They know that they're the most. They know that they're all the false ones. And if they die out, they'll still be we still be the false ones. Okay? And that's a fear that some rich people have. Knowing that their existence is gone. And then you're going to have people online that laugh at it and everything like that because they don't want to know that their own existence is meaningless. They don't want to know that their own existence eventually is going to fade away and no one will remember them. Yes. A person like George Lucas, yeah, he made Star Wars basically, but when he dies, basically, like when I have grandkids, you think my grandkids are going to give a fuck about George Lucas? Will they watch their movies? Probably. But what we heading to, we might not even have that. Like all these movies and games that are around you. By what? I'm not even going to give a date, but soon, all of that stuff might not even be around. First of all, because it's plastic, and plastic is not good for the planet. That's one. So it has to be gone. That's one thing. Alright? That's something that you guys need to know too. And I have the Looney Tunes stuff, the Looney Tunes Golden Collection, and some of that stuff there. I'm just like, yo, Warner Brothers, these people in Warner Brothers, they knew, for crying out loud, all the Warner Brothers show from the 30s and 40s, listen, they knew exactly who we were. Warner Brothers knows. Warner Brothers and Disney, they knew who color people were. They knew. They exactly knew who we were, right? Why do you think they made Bosco? If you know who Bosco is, if you don't know, he's basically Bosco the Ink Boy. No, he's a what we call a Negro boy. He is. Bosco's a Negro boy. He's actually one of the first Warner Brothers characters, right next to Foxy. So Foxy, I made a video about this too on both channels, but Foxy, Mickey Mouse, and Bosco are actually brothers. Well, technically, actually, they are. And Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. They're carbon people. But if you research more than that, Mickey Mouse is actually closer to Bosco, and Bosco is also closer to Foxy. Why? Because they're actually related because the guy that drew that art style, the way Mickey Mouse looks, Walt Disney didn't do that type of art style. One of his friends that worked with him did, that eventually went to Warner Brothers. And that's why Foxy kind of looks like Mickey Mouse with the ears and the whole tail and stuff like that. So, fun fact. It's just a little fun fact, but it's something you guys should know about because you have the white face here, basically. You have this right here, the mouth of what they portrayed color people. Then you got the gloves, the minstrel shows and everything like that. So even Goofy has it. So stuff like that, guys. And even Cuphead, You guys got to pay attention to some of that stuff. But I know there's some people that won't. And hey, maybe my some subscribers won't either. And you know what? The ones that listen, thank you. The ones that don't, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for someone to actually save you? Because if you're thinking that, no one's not going to save you. No one. No one's not going to help you. Did you help yourself get in a car? Did you help yourself? I mean, did you help yourself pass grades in school? Did you help yourself get that GED, basically? If you did, then why the fuck do you need a higher being to come down and save you? For crying out loud, I just mentioned earlier that if Jesus was still around, you still treat him like shit. Because you wouldn't believe with all of this stuff that's happening. If there was no religion and all that shit. You wouldn't believe in none of that shit that he was doing. You would have said that, oh, that's wickedness and devil shit. Maybe that. Maybe you would have thought that. And whose fault is that? You. It's your fault. Because you're not thinking. All you want to do is react. It's all you want to do is react. You want to react to certain things that you don't understand. Right? Instead of you revolting into something you don't understand, how about you try to understand it? That's what a smart person would do. That's what an intelligent person would do. That's what we call a human being would do. Alright? I'll say this and foremost. I say this and foremost, I am not a human being. I'm not. I'm not a human being. I'm not. You're already gonna. It's funny. I will say that, and then the people that talk shit will say that, oh, he say he's not a human, conspiracy, he might be a reptilian and shit like that, and I'm over here like, I thought you didn't believe in that shit. But the fact that you did that and you want to turn around, gaslighting and shit like that, that's why I don't like people, man. That's why I don't like people. I'm not a people person, guys. You guys know this. I'm not a people person. I want to hang out with a fucking book or a character from a video game or movie than hang out with a fucking real person. I want to hang out with Harley Quinn. I want to hang out with fucking Joker. Right? Seriously. I want to hang out with Freddy Krueger than hang out with you guys. And he's a fucking child killer. Okay? That says a lot. If I want to be right next to a fucking child killer than a normal person, that's a problem. That's a fucking problem. I'm not saying I'm gonna be friends with the motherfucker, you know, but the fact that I said that should be sad to you guys. And the thing is too, like, it's just sad. Some people, man, some people just don't care. Some people just do not care. But yet, if it happens to them, they want everyone to stop dropping. They want everyone to stop everything just to help them. But yet, when that person that dropped everything for them needs help, they don't do anything. That's how you know they're not. That's how you know that's not your friend, your family member. They don't care about you. Leave. It doesn't matter. Oh, but blood is thicker than... Fuck that whole blood is thicker than water type shit bull crap. Alright? Seriously. Fuck that crap. Seriously. Right? Another thing too before I close. These Godzilla movies. The ones that from America. They didn't say kaijus. They said titans. They didn't say kaiju. They say titans. Okay? And all of you guys just want to look at these movies and just be like, arr, 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 arr. And I'm over here like, kind of like when I was watching Godzilla King of the Monsters in theaters and you see fucking Rodan and the guy over there was like, oh my god, it's a giant chicken. Me and my friend look at each other like that. And I'm over here looking at the audience and the audience is like, and I'm like, I want to scream in the theater and be like, you guys are fucking stupid. They literally just told you a fucking Draco in a fucking goddamn screen. What a Draco looks like, a fucking turkey. What a reptile humanoid looks like, a fucking goddamn turkey. But you guys want to laugh at that and be like, oh, but if he's right in front of you, you will fucking cry like a little bitch. Yeah, you will, because they have fucking slit eyes, freaking big giant mouths, and they have teeth that are literally, guys, imagine a humanoid crocodile or a humanoid Komodo dragon in front of you. You can tell me that's not scary? Some of them are good. I'm not gonna say all of them are bad. No, some of them are good. But the fact that some of them look like that, of course some of you guys would be kind of scared. But again, going back, some people are just gonna laugh at that shit. But right when it's in front of them, help me, Jesus, oh saving grace, how sweet the sound. It's like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. It's the same thing when you saw the Paul movie. Remember the movie Paul? When she sees the alien, she's like, oh, amazing. Yo, I started laughing my ass off. When I saw that shit in the theater, everyone in the whole theater was like, oh, this stupid bitch. It was so fucking funny. It was so fucking hilarious, man. Literally, me, my friends, we all, like that, at the same time. We all did that, you know. There's a reason why I called myself the TheSkullKlown. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Alright? See, there's no coincidences in this universe. So, I think that's really it, guys. Look, if you do watch these movies for entertainment. I'm not gonna like scream at you. I'm not gonna tell you you're stupid or anything like that. I just want you guys to look at these movies, games, and books and be like, what are these motherfuckers telling me that I've been just being like not knowing what's around me? You know? Like, question one thing too. When you see a sign that says do not trespass or do not enter, and I'm talking about like not on a door or anything, I'm talking about like a big giant open field, but then it has a sign on it, and you'd be like, why is it like that? Question that. All right? Most people are like, why does that matter? It actually does. Because you don't know if there's actually a portal there. But you won't think that because you won't think that because you either think I'm crazy thinking about that, or you think that it's just impossible for that shit to happen. But yeah, you're gonna have TV shows like The Fringe. That shit's really good. You should watch it. But you're gonna have shows like that, like The Fringe, and yeah, you're gonna be like, oh my god, this is so cool and awesome. But yeah, you're not gonna take consideration if that's real. Then why are you watching it then? You're watching it for a reason. I hope you know that. You don't watch them just because you like them. I know, I'm dead serious. You don't watch these movies or video games. You don't play them or buy these video games or watch these movies just because, oh, I like it. It resonates with you in a subconscious level for a reason, okay? You might not remember it, and that is fine. That's the thing. When you tell people this stuff, people want to be like, but I don't remember it. That should tell you what happened. If you don't remember what you used to be, that should tell you there was somebody in place to make sure you forgot who the fuck you were. And that should tell you, all right, who the fuck I am. Who the fuck I am. And then you do research. And then you find out who the fuck you are and who the fuck put you down, and you want to go to war. You want to fight. That's not a bad thing. That's like being at your own house. Then all of a sudden you find out someone's living in your own house, stealing your food and shit. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Let them live there? Or are you going to fight back and be like, motherfucker, pay rent, or else you're going to get your ass kicked? Come on, man. Be realistic here, man. You're literally going to let a stranger live in your house? Bullshit, man. Bullshit. Come on, man. Don't be naive like that, man. If you're like that, I don't want to know you. I don't. If you're like that, unsubscribe. Unsubscribe. Seriously, if you're a subscriber and you're like that, unsubscribe. Like, I just do not care. Why? Why? There's no reason. No reason for you to act like that. No reason to have a mindset like that. And no reason for you to literally, I don't know. No reason for you to be dumbfounded with all of this stuff that's around you. If you're so dumbfounded with what's around you, then how are you going to know if you feel sick? How you know if you feel heartbroken and shit like that? If you don't pay attention to you and look things around you and enjoy the moment, basically, then what do you know? You know? You big galupa? Oh, what do I know? Kingdom Hearts reference. It's true though, but you only know what you know, and that's fine. That's fine. That's why I mentioned in the beginning of this video, saying that, hey, if you don't know and no one didn't tell you that knowledge, then that's fine. You don't know that knowledge. But that's the thing also, I need to point out. You can't rely on people just giving you the knowledge. You can't rely on me all the time to give you this shit. I won't be here. I hope you know that. When the shit goes down between the government and the people, I won't be here. I won't be here. I won't be here. I already told my family this. I already told my friends this. I already have a bag packed up. I won't be here. I won't be here. Right? At first, my friends and family, they started laughing. But then when I started collecting water, collecting food, and started packing, they were like, oh shit, you're serious. And I'm like, yes, I am. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. Okay? I'm not going to live in front of a fucking city when there's a breakout of no food and water. Your president told you this. I told you this. Plenty of people on YouTube told you this. But everyone just want to be like, just want to be entertained. You're looking at all the shit that we're telling you, and you want to be entertained because you look at it and you're like, oh, look at these idiots saving up water and saving up fucking food and shit. For what? We're going back to normal. And I'm like, okay, so when you see another sun and another planet out there in the sky, tell me when things go back to normal. I want you to look up there and be like, oh, we're still going back to normal. Have you seen the movie The Dark Crystal? If you haven't, that's fine. But you should watch it. It's a good fucking movie. Good movie. And the people that hate it, that's one thing I want to point out too. People that hate these movies, like the Resident Evil movies, I love the movie. I haven't watched the whole series, but the ones that I saw, I like them. I do. I love these movies. But when people from the Resident Evil fans, I get why they might hate it and stuff like that. But when you go to the extent of like you just bashing the shit out of it, and I'm just like, guys, did you play the first Resident Evil game? Look at the acting in that game. But yet, you're going to look at the acting in Resident Evil movies and you're going to say it's shit? And I'm just like, look at the first acting in the first Resident Evil game. It's shit. And you guys praise that game like it's sliced bread. I'm sorry, I can't play that game. I can't. The tank controls and shit like that, I'm sorry, I can't. It drives me insane and it pisses me off, actually. It does. It pisses me off. Because you have games that do better than what that game's doing. Like Parasite Eve. Parasite Eve did better than that shit. And that game was paying homage to Resident Evil. It was basically Final Fantasy had sex with Resident Evil, and that was their baby, Parasite Eve. And if you haven't played Parasite Eve, you should. It's a fucking good game. Fucking terrific. Just a masterpiece of a fucking game. Alright? I don't know about the sequel. I haven't played the sequel. But I heard like mixed opinions about the sequel, which is fine. But the first one's just so good. So fucking good. And the third birthday, I enjoyed the third birthday, but yeah, people do hate it. And it's kind of hard when they do make a Parasite Eve game, another one, because you have 3 different gameplay styles. The first one, the second one, and the third birthday. Which one you gonna do? Me, I'd rather go with the original, just because it's more iconic and people love it, and it's easy and it's fun. But that's just me, man. So, and with that game too, they talk about mitochondria. And also in the movie Fringe, in one of the episodes, they talk about mitochondria, and I'm like, so I'm gonna play Parasite Eve, you know? And it's funny too, because you have some YouTubers that look at the mitochondria stuff and say that, oh, you know, it's just fantasy, man. I'm like, you might think it's fantasy, but it could be real in another dimension, in another reality, or it could still be real, but you don't put your mind in it because you think it's ridiculous. Why do you think it's ridiculous? Because you don't see it? Because you don't see the proof? That's why I tell people to meditate and get connected with nature. But you still think that is stupid. What level do you think of a primitive do you think? I hope you know that what we live in is primitive as fuck. If you thought the Egyptians were primitive, you're stupid. You're fucking stupid. If you think the Egyptians were primitive. I'm just going to tell you that right now. You are fucking retarded if you think the Egyptians and Mayans and Mesopotamia people were primitive. If that was true, then make the pyramids yourself. Make it. The exact same alignment, the exact same freaking structure, and the exact same mathematics. You can't do it. You can't do it. Stop saying you can. You can't fucking goddamn do it. The only people that can is people that are literally color. Why? Because we made it. It's just that we can't remember it because we have to tap into thyself and tap into nature and know who the fuck we were. Right? All this stuff of us forgetting, and a lot of people have been like, oh, if you were so powerful, why did you fall and shit like that? Because we fell because we forgot. Other family members wanted us to fucking forget and fuck us over. Jeez, like, you never had a family member decide to just fuck you over just because, oh, they would benefit themselves? Come on, man, that happened in real life. That happened in other galaxies. That happened with other extraterrestrials. You guys don't think. You guys think that this planet has never been meeting by an extraterrestrial, but yet you see UFOs on YouTube all the time. You mean to tell me that we're the only ones here in the universe? Bullshit, man. Bullshit. If you definitely think that, definitely unsubscribe to this channel. Definitely. Because there's no... If you believe in God also, there's still no way for you to still think that. Religious or not. Okay? So, that's it, guys. Before I literally end close, another movie you should see is Legion. Watch that shit. Everything that main character said, the angel, basically, Archangel Michael, I think. One of the archangels, he literally tells one of the main characters, is like, I don't believe in God. And then the angel is like, well, he doesn't believe in you either. I started laughing my fucking ass off. Because if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't know thyself, if you don't believe in yourself, then no one else is not going to believe you. Seriously, man. And that's a perfect message to close off. So, I see you guys. Be safe. And look at these movies and video games and books in a different light. I'm not forcing you or anything like that. I'm not forcing anybody. I'm just telling you to get the gears going. And if you don't want to get your gears going, then that just tells me that you're lazy and you don't want to learn. And the status quo that's right now, you never want to change. And you're the problem. You're the problem. So you mean to tell me all the stuff that's been happening, the killing, the raping, the shooting, the sex trafficking, you still want that shit to keep continuing? Okay then get smarter and connect with nature, or look at people that have done that and tell them to fuck off. Because you know how we changed the whole Sonic thing, and we changed a lot of things from the internet just by speaking our voice. We can change a whole bunch of shit just by speaking our voice to the government. But no one doesn't think that. People think that they're less than the government when we are more powerful than them. There's more than us than them. I hope you guys know that, right? You guys know that, right? And half of those people that are in the government are actually child killers or child rapists. So don't be afraid of a pedophile. Alright? When I learned all of this stuff, I was scared too. But then when I broke down, I was like, wait a minute, well, I'm going to be scared of a pedophile. They're more scared of me for kind of like they go after little kids that were defenseless. You know? So for that, I'll just be like, motherfucker, we're fighting, you know? So, that's just me, right? Like, just so you know, you should 100% agree with me that we should not have pedophiles in this planet whatsoever. All right? Okay? And you're going to have some people that be like, oh, just have them arrested and shit. No. The fuck? Back in Egyptian times, back in ancient times, if that shit happened, we literally took them out. We didn't arrest them or anything like that. Because people like them were disgusting and needed to die. Okay? They were hurting babies. You mean to tell me you're going to lock him up and you're not going to kill him? But if it happened to your child, you want him to fucking hang in the noose. That's why I have a problem with people, man. Stop being like, oh, stop tiptoeing some stuff. Stop tiptoeing some stuff just because it hasn't happened to you. And I fucking hate that shit. Just because it doesn't happen to you doesn't mean that, that person doesn't deserve it. Or that person should need justice. You know? Like, I don't know, man. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching. I know I went on a tangent and everything like that, but I just had to get what I had to get at and to speak what I speak, you know? And the Matrix movies, they go to that too. The Men in Black movies go to that too. Even the Tom Hanks movie of Angels and Demons, they go to that too. Like so many movies that I have here, I can talk about for hours and hours and hours. If you guys want me to, I will. But it probably won't be on this channel because it will get demonetized just because me just talking about orcs automatically, you can't upload it. That happened to me once. And I'm just like, I can't talk to my main subscribers about the truth because YouTube is just like, nah, forget you. And if I point that out to some of my subscribers, either some will know or none of them will know. Because, not to say you guys don't watch my videos, it's just that I don't know if you guys would believe me or not. Even if I did make a video about it, you know? Because you know how some new people might come in and be like that and look, and you never know. You just never know. So I'll see you guys later. Be safe. I'm done, and I'm just gonna go chill at my friend's house because I'm just gonna do that. Be safe and know thyself and learn more.